This is a series called Accepting Body. What I've done is I've gathered a group of friends to have an open discussion about American societal standards and why we feel either comfortable or uncomfortable wearing what we do. Even what I'm dressed in currently, a shirt cut so low with a bra that lacks so much support, it's difficult to feel comfortable under, for me as a woman, the male gaze. And that's something that will be discussed further throughout the series. There are many different body types. What society deems as beautiful or comfortable or acceptable is not necessarily the type of body that everyone holds. Women are expected to dress conservatively, to be small, to have no imperfections, hence the makeup companies and the stigmas against stretch marks and scars and things like that. And men, you're expected to be buff and tall, the protector, you never dress too feminine, never bright colors or any of that, very dull color palette. And so, using this group of friends, I've asked each of them to wear something that would typically make them feel self-conscious, and I've sat down with each of them to discuss why they feel as they do and what standards they feel they are challenging in doing that. Alright, so for today, why does the outfit that you're wearing make you feel self-conscious?
I feel like it's a little bit more femme than I usually dress, and then also it's like loose. I usually prefer like tighter clothes, kind of keep everything in. I feel very jiggly, I guess, in this dress, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Like for societal standards, like which kind of societal standard do you feel that you're violating by wearing this?
This is like a little bit like shorter, I guess, revealing. I don't know, like I don't really wear bras, so like maybe my boobs are a little bit out there. Probably get some disapproving looks. I think, yeah, just like the fact that I'm not like pressed in, like kind of like covered completely.
What do you want to see change in order, like what would need to change for you to feel more accepted in what you're wearing right now?
Honestly, I think that just kind of, well, to go back to the previous question, I also feel like a little bit like maybe like the male gaze direct on me feels a little bit uncomfortable, just because like this is like a little bit revealing, so I feel like maybe unsafe. So I feel like I should be kind of wearing something more conservative, I guess. So I guess for societal change, maybe we should, as a society, work to make sure that women don't feel the need to be completely covered in order to feel safe. And I also feel like hashtag free the nipple, like it shouldn't be a big deal if you see my boob or like just like the outline of my nipple, like yeah.
And then finally, is there anything else you want to add to the concept of accepting body and accepting all types of bodies?
I feel like we should normalize as a society, like all body types being able to wear whatever the fuck they want without like anyone judging or anyone feeling like they're being judged. Yeah, I feel like that's it.
Am I looking at you or am I looking at the camera?
You're gonna look at the camera again.
At the camera.
So, why did you pick the outfit that you're wearing today?
So, I picked the outfit that I'm wearing today because I don't really have a problem with this outfit necessarily. I think it's a cute outfit. I just think I wouldn't be comfortable wearing it out and about just because of how short the shorts are and the design of the shirt. I've worn outfits like this before, and I've gotten some uncomfortable catcalls, especially if I'm in like a group of all girls and guys will roll by. When I'm with my boyfriend, it's a whole nother story though. So like I don't really get those catcalls, and I don't really get as much of those stares. So like, yeah.
What would have to change within society as a whole for you to feel comfortable wearing this outfit on your own?
just, and this isn't just for like guys either, it could be for girls too. Just don't, like, if I want to wear what I want to wear, like, I didn't ask for anybody's opinion on it. And I think it's just the fact that you have these people who think I want to hear their imposed opinions on me, and I really don't. It's just the fact that I think we should just let people wear what they want to wear and what they're comfortable in, regardless of any other factors. You shouldn't be making someone uncomfortable purposely by calling at them or calling them out like that, because no one wants to hear that. Like, no one wants to get called out like that.
Is there anything else you want to add on societal standards?
On societal standards,
I guess any final thoughts on how things are currently?
I think the society that we're in now, even though I feel like we've made a lot of milestones when it comes to sexual harassment and making sure no one's uncomfortable, like, either by themselves, regardless of what they wear, I think we still have a lot of growing to do, and I don't think it's something that can be taken lightly anymore. Not with everything going on in this past year especially. So those are my final thoughts.
All right, so let's discuss. Why does the outfit you're wearing right now make you feel self-conscious?
Well, I think the first thing that came to mind when I was trying to pick something out is, like, for example, I might wear this top but with like a looser bottom, like say like mom jeans, or just baggier pants, or I might wear this skirt with a sweater per se, just because, like, I never want to wear too tight things, like, on both the top and the bottom. I think that just kind of comes from, like, being told all the time that, like, oh, don't dress too outwardly, like, people are gonna look. So yeah.
So are you more worried then about what other people think on how you appear?
It's kind of, it used to be that. It definitely used to be that. I think also it's just it's more of a self-conscious thing. I've been told a couple times here and there that, like, oh, you need to pull this down, pull this up, cover that, cover this, and I feel like that's just kind of ingrained in me. So it's like, if I compare to other people, say like in a group setting, and wearing something that's quote unquote more revealing, I just have that perception of, like, oh, like, she's dressed like outwardly, or like she's trying to say something, ingrained in my head, and it's like, that's so toxic.
What would have to change in society for you to feel more comfortable in what you're wearing right now?
Men. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah?
I mean, we're sitting here right now, just when we were grabbing this stuff, there was a guy walking his dog, just kept on looking, kept walking, but his head was still in this direction. And, you know, like, I've experienced a lot of catcalling, and it's like, I never really understood the danger in that until, like, I was kind of, when I moved up to Portland for college, and I was walking around, like, the city kind of alone, and that's when I kind of first felt like, oh, okay, it is dangerous for me to be like a woman just trying to go about her day, doing, you know, just whatever I need to. And yeah, it's scary. You're always kind of looking out for something that seems fishy when you're going around. So I think just the culture of what clothing means and why it shouldn't really matter needs to kind of just become normalized. But yeah.
Is there anything else you want to add on societal standards in beauty?
I think when it comes to changing the norm, I think I'm hopeful for this new generation to kind of change things as we grow older. I know that a lot of the traditional shock factors come from, like, boomers, and from older generations, and I think that's kind of where our generation is still kind of like iffy in feeling comfortable just wearing what they want to and what they feel comfortable in because of these traditional standards. And I think, you know, if we start normalizing it within our generation, like, I think change can be made. So yeah.
Okay, so what you're wearing for me today, why did you pick what you're wearing?
I picked what I'm wearing because it involves two pretty bright colors, turquoise pants and a hot pink t-shirt. I guess salmon pink.
What about it makes you feel self-conscious or uncomfortable?
Just the brightness of the colors. You don't really see these colors worn on really anyone, especially males.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's kind of what drew me to it in the first place. And I guess what gets people to look at me in the streets and be like, what is he wearing?
Would you feel any different, do you think, if you were a girl wearing these?
I don't think I would. I think I'd probably be a little bit more comfortable as I was a girl wearing these colors. I don't think the male has really any of these options in this color palette at stores and stuff.
All right. Do you think, does that play into the stereotypical gender roles? You know, how men are expected to wear kind of plain clothes, plain colors. And when you see a woman wearing brighter clothes, you don't get the same reaction.
I think in part, I think that kind of stigma has worn off over the years.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's why I even came across these in the first place. I don't think you could have found anything like this maybe 10 or 20 years ago.
Do you think, starting with our generation, do you think we're going to be the ones to kind of break those stereotypes you see from like our parents and the parents before them?
I think so. I wouldn't say it's much of a break.
Mm-hmm.
I look at the clothes from the 70s and the 80s and the 60s and how bright and colorful they were. The whole disco era that everyone went through, and the hippie phase where everyone was just wearing tie-dyes, and it's like I don't think those colors are uncommon. I just think they kind of faded out, and now they're starting to come back in different ways.